Okay, so now the next example that we will do, it's a very easy example, but here we have a different new things to learn about the DFA. So let's first write the problem. Suppose we have a language L, uh, W belongs to this 0 1 star, such that a very easy criteria that W starts with 1. Okay, W starts with 1. So that means, you see, it's very easy to realize that 1 0 1 0 is not accepted. 1 1 0 1 0, nothing is accepted. Even 1, then all zeros is not accepted, because all this starts with 1. I'm sorry, if start with, if I have something like this, suppose if all the string starts with 0, it should not be accepted. But if I start with 1, then whatever uh, data I have after 1, whatever combination of 0 1 I have, doesn't matter, it will be accepted, right? So that means, when we will design this type of DFA, we have to think about two possibilities, that the string is starts from 0 or the string is starts from 1. So if we are in a Q0 state, it is our initial state. Always remember, I mean, at least from my perception, I can say that when it will be easier to design a DFA, considering the correct string first, then you try to, you know, complete the DFA if the wrong string happen. What I mean? I mean that initially don't think about the presence of 0 at the very beginning. Initially think about it starts from 1. If it starts from 1, then you have to accept it, and it's dedicated, it has to be starts from at least 1 1. That means I must have a path from Q0 for 1. I have to go to a state Q1, and you see, since you have started with 1, I mean, if the string is only a 1, then also it should be accepted, right? So that means if it got a 1, wherever it will go, the state will be final state. And after this one, what combination of an 1 0 is there doesn't matter for me, doesn't matter for the DFA. So that means you will naturally have a self loop for 1 and 0. This 1 comma 0 means for 1 also I will remain in the state, or for 0 also. Now in which order 1 and 0 will come, that is not relevant over here, right? So this is about the correct part. Now you can think about the wrong part that may occur, may be the input to the DFA. For example, any string starts with 0. If any string starts with 0, we are sure at the very beginning that the DFA should not be accepted, right? That means in this situation, when you will be sure that, I mean, for some particular input, you will become sure that for this, that input cannot be, rectified later with some other combination, then you should change your state from the current state to a state, to some state from where there is no way to come back to the initial state or any other state that may go to final state. What I mean? I mean, again, let's tell you again that when you will find a character for which you will be sure that after reading that character, it is not possible to accept the string for any other combination of 1 and 0 after that, then you have to change the state of the DFA from current state to a new state, such that from the new state there is no way to go back to the initial state or any other state that leads to the final state, unless for that case also it will be accepted. I mean, that means for 0, what I will do, I will just put to a new state Q2. Put to a new state Q2. Okay. And what will happen? You see, I know that if I get a 0 at the very beginning, I don't need to know what is other characters present in the string. It is surely not accepted. And that's why what I have done, if I get a 0 at the very beginning, I'm changing my state from Q0 to some other state Q2, from where I will not put any edge towards Q0 or Q1, which may lead to final state. But obviously after this 0, I may have any other combination of 1 and 0. That's why what we will do? We put a self loop over here. So on 0, you will go in Q2, and then you will remain in Q2 until its string ends. And when the string will end, the DFA will see that it is in some non-final state, and it is totally, I mean, the string will be rejected. Now this is a special type of state we have. This particular state we call trap state. Why trap state? Because we know that from this state I will never allow the DFA to go back to the mainstream, so that the string will get accepted. I will not allow that. And trap is because you can go to the state, but you can never come back from the state. A similar type of example you can also see over here. Another example, for example, say L equal to W belongs to, belongs to 0 1 star, such that W ends with 1. Here it is little bit different. But I don't have any trap state over here. How? Why? I will say that W ends with 1. That means what combination is there, I don't know. But it should be end with a 1. If there is no 1 at the end, I will not allow to be accepted. Now obviously when I started, okay, I started this, I mean, I'm in Q0 state, the DFA is in Q0 state actually, because I'm considering that I'm the DFA, so I'm in Q0 state, and I will not allow the string to get accepted till I get a 1, right? So I can say that, okay, if I get a 1, as I told you that I will think about the correct string first, then I will think about if the wrong situation happens then what to do. So if I get a 1, I will allow the DFA to change state from Q0 to Q1. And obviously this should be accepted, because I am assuming that somehow I have to design the DFA in such a way this will be the last character. I mean, W ends with 1 is written. That means if I have only one character, that as a 1, it should be accepted. And to do this, you have to draw something like this. But maybe after this one I have a 0. Then what to do? If there is a 0, then it should not be accepted. So I will just put the state, I will transit the state from Q1 to Q0 again, go back till I will not get a 1 again. Till I will not get a 1 again means I may have any number of zeros over here. So till I'll in 0, I'll get 0, I'll remain in Q0 state. And then if I get a 1, then I will allow the DFA to change state from Q0 to Q1. That is the final state. And maybe I will, after this one, I can get any number of ones, right? Whatever, doesn't matter, but end with a 1. That's true. So if I get multiple number of 1, there is no harm. I will remain in this state. Now see, I have simple difference between these two examples. One in W starts with 1 and one W ends with 1. Just because of the difference of start and end, the strategically the designing changes. I don't need any trap state over here right now, but in this case I need. So that means whether you need a trap state or not, it will entirely depend upon some particular type of problem and maybe on the designer. For example, if I consider that, let's think about, if I consider that I will start from 1, no, it's okay, fine. So this is a example of a trap state. A similar type of example again you can see, like this one. W belongs to 0 1 star, such that the third bit from the left is 1. You see, it is given the third bit from the left is 1. So what is the first bit and second bit? I am not interested for this, and the DFA is not interested for this. So that means if I just consider the bit position, suppose this is bit position 1, this is bit position 2, this is bit position 3, and so on. It's sure that it has to be 1. It is sure that it has to be 1, but it can be 0 or 1. It can be 0 or 1, and doesn't matter for it. But third bit should be 1. And after this third bit, what combination of an 1 0 is present is again not important. So this particular third bit is my, in the yes, the that means the third bit is my, actually you can consider junction. If the third bit is 0, then my entire string will be rejected. I don't need to think about the other part of the string, and that is the turning point. So that means if you just if you start drawing the corresponding DFA, obviously I will start from say Q0, and I know that I'm not interested about the first and second bit, right? So whatever first and second bit doesn't matter, I will just go on changing my state. That is not important. Important is just to read the characters. Without reading first and second bit, you cannot read third bit. That means you have to somehow read it. And when you will read this, somehow you have to change your state. Why I'm saying you change your state? You can keep in the same state again. For example, if you say that okay, I will remain in Q0 for 1 and 0 for first 2 bit, and then when I will get a 1, I will go in Q1. This is entirely wrong. Why? The reason is that this self loop doesn't guarantee that only 2 times it will accept. The self loop doesn't actually guarantee the first 2 bit is will be read, and then the third bit will be read in this way. There is no guarantee. The DFA, the DFA. Okay, let's clear it again. That you can say that okay, I will keep a Q0 state, and I will keep a. I mean, since the first and second bit is not important for me, I have to read the third bit. That means I can put a self loop with 1 and 0 for the first 2 bit, and for the third bit it will read this one. But you cannot do this. This is entirely wrong. Why wrong? The reason is that when you put, I mean, let's take a simple example. Suppose we have a state P, and we have here another state Q, and if we draw that 1 and then 0, you see, if I say that this is my final state, then in this particular DFA will accept 1 0, it will accept 1 1 0, it will accept 1 1 1 0, it will accept any number of 1 then a 0, right? That means DFA cannot read how many times a particular same character has been accepted in the DFA. If you want your DFA will only accept 1 0, not 1 1 0 or any number of 1 0, then it is not a solution. Because how many times this loop will continue, it is not guaranteed by the DFA. Okay. So that means if you want to count exact number of bits, then you have to have a deterministic path that will somehow count the number of bits that it has read, which is not possible by this self loop. So what to do? So let's see. Let's erase this. We can say that okay, in that case I will have obviously initial state say Q0. Since I just want to read the first 2 character, and it's guaranteed that only the first 2 character, not any number of character. That's why I must have a dedicated edge for reading the first character, and I will reach to a new state Q1. Then I will have a dedicated edge for reading the second character, and I will reach to Q2. And now that means, and this dedicated edge, since we are not interested about whether 1 or 0 is present, so that means whether 1 or 0 doesn't matter, I will change my state from Q0 to Q1. Whether 1 or 0 doesn't matter, I will change my state from Q1 to Q2. Either 1 or 0. 2 times as a whole, both is not accepted. Either 1 or 0, right? Now, on reading the first 2 character, you have reached to this state Q2. And now this is the turning point. Here I will get either 1 or I will get a 0. I mean 1 1, maybe the first two character, or maybe 1 0, or maybe 0 1, or maybe 0 0. Whatever this. The third character, can be either 1 or 0. If it is 0, simply reject it. If it is 0, simply accept. No other thinking is required. So that means here we will have the junction. I have a two path to go. If I get a 1, then it will be accepted. And after this one, how many 1 and 0 doesn't matter. How many 1 and 0 it doesn't guarantee. Doesn't matter for me. But if I get a 0, simply I have to reject it. That means after this 0, that means suppose take an example, say 1 0 is present. So 1 0, and this, if I have a third bit is 0, then whatever combination of 1 0 is present over here doesn't matter. It will be rejected. And that's why I require again a trap state. So I will trap the DFA in a state from where I will never allow the DFA to go back to either of the state that may lead to final state. So as soon as I will get a 0, I will trap the DFA and I will remain the DFA in the same state for the entire string, for the rest of the string actually. Now see, since you have a dedicated edge for reading the first and second character, it is not possible that, for example, 1 1, then 0, then if 1 is present it will get accepted. It will not get accepted because for this one it will go from Q0 to Q1. For the second one it will go from Q1 to Q2. Now in the third bit is 0, so it will directly go to Q4, and whatever 1 0 doesn't matter, it will remain in this state. And at the end of the string the DFA will see it is in some non-final state, so DFA will reject, and that is what I want. So in this way, in some type of problem you will require a trap state. That trap state, now the trap state will be required in those type of problem where for a particular condition you will be sure, you have to ensure that if the condition is not satisfied, then any combination of the string later in the latter phase will not be considered for accepting. And the condition is here. The condition is this. If it is 1, then accept. If it is 0, then reject. This is the condition. So if we have a binary condition, something like this, in this situation you have to use a trap state. Something like in this case, we have a condition that the first bit has to be either 1 or has to be 0. If it is 0, surely accept. If it is 1, surely reject. Whatever the other combination of 1 0 present letters in the latter phase is not important. That's why we require a trap state. A similar situation over here also. So this is a different type of so we have actually discussed different type of, in many other previous video lecture we have discussed different type of DFA design, and obviously the number of DFA and designing the different type of DFA is infinite, so you must practice with different type of problems. But these are some initial problems those which is going to be very vital to realize the strategy for designing the other complex DFA in future.